it strikes me a man with a $25 billion real estate empire and handfuls of palaces with thousands of rooms between them could probably do more himself to house refugees if he's so concerned.
I think this is a point that many people have raised about when he was firstly Prince Charles and then now as King Charles, that on many occasions that he said we should look after those who are claiming asylum more humanely. Then why didn't he use Birkhall, his estate in Scotland, which is the size of Liverpool, in order to be able to house them and put camps there and treat them as welcomely as he wants? I think the big thing about this statement, and ones that are made not only by King Charles, but others like him, that we must make those claiming asylum more welcome. What does he mean by more welcome? We already provide housing and accommodation, health. We give them funding. Once they claim asylum, we put them into housing and accommodation across the country. We celebrate the different cultures and ethnic cultures that we have, such as Diwali, in number 10. So we have lots of celebrations across the country. What I actually believe he means by making more welcome is a hidden phrase, the phrase out to others that we should criticize those who try to look at immigration and say we should manage it, not allow those who are illegally here. It's a way of stifling debate and opposing those who simply want to look at a different opportunity or way of dealing with the issue.
I think that Charles is a nice bloke, basically, and this is nice bloke down the pub politics, isn't it? Oh, wouldn't it be nice, let all the refugees in? Well, he's the king, and he's not a nice bloke down the pub. He's the monarch of this country, and I think he should be a bit more careful.
Head of state.
He should be more careful when he discusses this kind of issue, because the serious side of this is there are nearly 70 million people in this country. We get our knickers in a twist, quite rightly, about the 50, 60, 70,000 migrants a year that are illegally crossing the channel and coming in via other illegal methods. But I think that what Charles is not factoring in, or what he's talking about, is the massive level of legal migration. Over 1 million people a year are being allowed into this country legally. OK, 500,000 of them may well leave at the end of the year, but we're still left with a net increase of 600,000. So we cannot let our policies be dictated by nice blokes who go, oh, just make them more welcome. He's naive, isn't he?
I think that's the sadness about those. I mean, you both and I have expressed on many occasions how we've not wanted to see people die in the Channel. We've expressed on numerous occasions how we don't want to see people smugglers profiting from the desperation of these individuals. We also recognise that there are those who are genuinely not asylum seekers coming into the country, and therefore making it more difficult, both financially and in the perception of people in this country about the asylum system itself. So for those who are nice, well off, capable of living in lovely areas and not being impacted as negatively in their communities as we see across the countries, which are generally, as we've seen for statistics, the poorest area of the countries, seeing their hotels being filled, their opportunities to be able to have their holidays reduced, then he's not really governing for the whole country. He's governing for that nice class, if you want to put it in that way, the comfortable class, those who are well off and who are able to benefit perhaps from some of the low costs that large-scale migration brings in.
I mean, I would imagine if the foreign pages weren't so busy at the moment, we might be talking more about what's going on in Pakistan, with over 1 million Afghans being expelled from that country, who they say are there illegally, irregularly. And it turns out we've turned around and said, oh, we'll accept 3,000. Why does it always come down to Britain and countries in the West to have to mop up when it comes to refugees?
Well, it shouldn't come down to it. And let us be fair in Pakistan and Iran. They are the two biggest countries that absorb most refugees and asylum seekers in the globe, and far more than the United Kingdom does. But when it comes down to those permanently coming here and never being able to remove, there are 4 countries in Europe that take the bulk of them, 75% of all claimants. That's Germany first, the UK second, Italy, and then France. And we, along with the United States, are the biggest Western countries absorbing most asylum applicants and those coming here illegally. And it's not entirely up to ourselves to be able to do that. It shouldn't be up to our countries to absorb those, because it is so expensive
Stephen,
for us.
Absolutely right. I'm afraid